This is Pretty Little Stalker, and someone made this on purpose. So, if you're like me, and by like me, I mean like everyone else when they run out of things to watch on Netflix and can't bring themselves to get into the newest big documentary or try to understand whatever the OA was talking about, sometimes you just throw something on that you don't have to think too hard about. Guilty pleasure movies and shows that aren't really mentally stimulating, but still enjoyable to half-watch while scrolling through your phone and eating. That's what my fiancé and I assumed Pretty Little Stalker would be, just some Lifetime-style drama we wouldn't have to be engrossed in until it completely sucked us in for the entire 1 hour and 23-minute run. While watching it, I texted my friends that I had found a movie on par with the quality of The Room, and while that may have been a gross exaggeration at the time, it's still one of those so bad it's just fantastic movie experiences. Also, my friends never texted me back about it, so that kind of stung. The movie starts out under the false premise that it could actually be something good before, it isn't, with a worried woman talking herself through burning bridges to her past and leaving her husband with the assistance of a self-help book she recites to herself out loud because that's a normal thing to do. When her husband walks in on her, she hits him with the 7 words no self-respecting man ever wants to hear.
I've been doing a lot of reading.
Ugh, literacy and self-respect, who needs it? Her husband isn't all too happy to hear she wants more than just his commitment to being a modern-day version of Gaston, so he kills her in a murder-suicide in a scene that's actually kind of effective and dramatic, aside from the fact that she was just about to burn her wedding dress on her bed like that wouldn't burn the entire house down. We jump over to our main character, self-help author of the book the murdered wife was reading at the time, Lorna Cisco, as she reads an excerpt of hers while standing in front of what I'm pretty sure is a backdrop that's supposed to be bookshelves, while being watched by her husband, who looks like Eddie from the Real Housewives of Orange County, and by the boogeyman from Don't Look Under the Bed. Also, Lorna and her husband have the most platonic relationship I've ever seen, and it only gets more platonic as the movie goes on. Lorna's publicist informs her that she just hit 10,000 in sales, and then...
Hey, how about dinner at Le
What?
You can invite Mark, Reggie. We'll make it a celebration.
What's going on?
I would love that. Thank you.
What is she
Okay,
doing?
get started.
Okay, that was weird. Anyway, Lorna is accosted by a blogger who turns out is America's next big presidential candidate.
I tell it like it is.
In a plot point that's barely brought up in any other point in the story, that Lorna's current husband is her second husband, sound the alarm, while the camera fixates on a girl in line to see Lorna that will have you asking, I wonder who the pretty little stalker's gonna be? Later on, at Lorna's house, we're introduced to her son Mark, who's supposed to be 17. Yeah. I understand that this sort of casting happens a lot. Child labor laws make it hard for actual teenagers to play roles when they can only work a certain amount of hours on set and have to be taken care of more or whatever, but come on, man. The fact that he's way older than 17, obviously, is made even more unsettling because he's not just playing a 17-year-old. He's playing like a 17-year-old who really wants to have sex and...
How are you gonna make it up to me?
Oh, God. Nope. Stop. Thank you. Did I mention this movie is rated TV 14? Can you imagine a 14-year-old watching these weird, overtly sexual scenes, of which there are more of, by the way, with the parent that obviously put this movie on? Can you imagine a 14-year-old who thinks they're gonna have to end up looking like a 22-year-old Mark in 3 years? Ugh, poor kid.
Am I interrupting? No.
No?
Not at all.
No.
Oh, God, the door was open. Your mom definitely saw. Anyway, family dinner time now. Mark's girlfriend compliments Lorna, and Mark is a total dick about it.
You don't have to suck up.
Alright, jerk. And then Lorna runs into the same woman from her book signing line in the bathroom while being super condescending to her as she's having a vulnerable moment.
You're a smart cookie. You're so beautiful.
You know, guys, I'm really wondering who the pretty little stalker is going to turn out to be. They bond really quickly, and Lorna's phone is stolen. Hey, maybe it was that girl that was just in here and really close to your purse. Maybe you should ask, nope. I guess being a rich writer in Kentucky means losing a phone means absolutely nothing to you since you can just buy the world or something. Alright, so here's where things start to get sinister or whatever, when Lorna spots a drone outside spying on them and then her husband goes out to investigate doing his best Mark Ruffalo Hulk impression. Oh my God! Harry gets knocked out hard by whoever could have been flying that spy drone, and Lorna tells her son to call for help only for the next scene to start with Harry waking up in bed at home. Why isn't he waking up at the hospital? Like, he mentions that he has a hospital bill now, so I'm assuming they took him, but he's just now waking up at home? The dude was knocked out so hard that he didn't wake up until he was back home, and they just had his family take him out of the hospital? You know, I guess Harry's just too much of a patriot to be kept down by something like blunt force trauma.
Hey, what are you doing?
When is 4th of July?
So because America gave Harry his strength back, we're now at the family 4th of July barbecue, where Lorna lets her gay friends know that the only thing she knows about gay people is what she's learned from reality TV.
Oh, I have a slogan for you. Time to get fierce. Vote for Pierce.
Oh, wow. Maybe not.
Cute.
So what's the score now?
10-8. I'm winning.
Oh my god, who cares?
Not me. I'm with you, random friend. Let's do something else. Mark ends up meet-cuting our pretty little stalker when she pretends to fall over on her bike, blaming it on a non-existent roadside hazard that we and Mark can clearly see isn't there.
I must have just, hit a pothole or something.
We learn that her name is Mallory, and due to the fact that she looks about 27, 28 years old, she's absolutely supposed to be around Mark's age.
Yeah, my family and I just moved in down the street.
He invites her to the family pool party, and she tells the same weird pothole story again, while Mark goes to talk to his girlfriend and apologize to her because, babe, no, you totally have it all wrong. I didn't invite that rando girl that no one's met because I think she's hot. She forgives him, and then they walk away in a shot that holds for way too long. Everyone gathers together to watch some color-changing lights while stock footage of fireworks plays, with some people watching with normal reactions while Lorna and Harry are all like, "Oh my god!" Mallory sneaks very obviously away into Lorna's house, where the director definitely made her do like a sexy walk that she wasn't super comfortable with and they probably only got one take of. Look at her, she looks like she's being propped up by sticks. Hey Mallory, can you do a weird pose while you stare at that photo of Mark and formulate your evil plan? Yeah, that's perfect, thanks. Part of Mallory's evil plan includes attempting to murder Mark's girlfriend. She tries to run her down in an alleyway, only to be foiled by the fact that humans can make very sharp turns and cars can't.
What the hell?
Pierce just comes out of absolutely nowhere and then starts yelling at Mallory that she almost hit Bridget. Who is Pierce? Is he Bridget's dad? Is he her brother? Why is he just chilling by the dumpster? He tells Mallory to stop the vehicle as she backs up to make an attempt to run Pierce over, this time succeeding because Pierce unfortunately never knew how to turn and run left as a child. Mallory is at Lorna's house with Mark the next day. And Mark says,
Oh yeah, we were just hanging out making a snack.
but they're obviously not just hanging out. And later that night, Harry does a really bad Yoda impression when his wife tries to convince him to quit his job.
Your self-help mind tricks won't work on me.
Dinner plays out like this movie is set in 2005, with Mark's mom asking him what his favorite sitcom is, and Harry saying,
I think what he'd rather do is just surf the net all day.
Mark isn't a nerd, he's a hacker. Lorna lets it slip that she doesn't know how to swim because she saw Jaws as a kid, and apparently that has irreparably damaged her adult life.
That's why you don't swim?
I'm with you, Mark. And then Mallory makes fun of her for it, but it's totally deserved because Lorna's not so great. Later, Mallory gets real aggressive making out with Mark because this is a movie that tweens and adults are supposed to be able to enjoy together, and she tells him to break up with his girlfriend because she's bored. She steals his keys and then just kind of chills in the house while everyone thinks she's gone. Harry finds out that Pierce is dead on the side of the road days after he was run over, but a friend hug from his wife restores him to full happiness again because whatever. Later, Mark breaks up with his girlfriend because he's bored, wanting to hook up with Mallory really bad, so his mom goes to talk to... Oh my god, come on. You're telling me that Mark's just really into his crap VR goggles for his phone that he can't hear his mom when she's trying to talk to him, even though it doesn't have headphones?
Quit ignoring me.
I'm not ignoring you. I was in the middle of a game.
I mean, you were obviously ignoring her. Mark's mom is all mad because Mark makes his own decisions as a 22-year-old man going on 18, so she leaves, letting us get a glimpse of his friend's incredible acting.
What the hell, man? You broke up with Bridget because of the hot chick from the party? No way. That's wild. Wait, what? Mark, huh?
Alright, let's hurry this up. A bunch of weird and spooky things happen with Mallory, and then she pops over to this random couple's house to murder them. Alright, look at what's happening. She's just strangling this lady next to her husband in bed. And it's not quiet either. There's a lot of noise and movement. After she dies in the world's most convincing death pose, her husband wakes up just in time to get shot. Oh, wow. Later, at a pitch for a new book, Lorna finds that someone doesn't know how to review books online and has resorted to more direct feedback. Lorna immediately assumes
Whoever tore up that book was following me like a stalker.
she leaves, not noticing Mallory Michael Myersing in her car right next to her, practically invisible. More spooky stuff happens, like the realization that they ran out of enough of the budget to where they couldn't film Mark's tennis game at an actual school, and obviously because he's too old to attend, so they shot it at a community center where everyone has to watch through black bars. Mark's friend's girlfriend also has to make up her own backstory for the script.
So how did you and Mark meet?
I don't know, probably elementary school playground.
Mark eventually has a falling out with his mother after he's caught drinking and playing
Strip poker, except with alcohol instead of cards.
Bingo.
strip drinking, and Mallory threatens Lorna with pushing her into the pool.
I just caught Mallory drinking alcohol in the backyard with Mark.
They're teenagers.
Yeah, that's why they shouldn't be drinking, Harry, even if they look 30. Lorna has all but had it with Mallory, feeling that there's obviously something wrong with her, and sharing her concerns with her husband, who then proceeds to essentially go on a dinner date with her. Because my first instinct when my wife is scared of someone is to take them out to dinner, especially at a place where I get a scone after work, as usual.
How did this little date happen?
Well, I was getting a scone after work as usual.
Yeah, we know. Things start going way south for Lorna as Mark announces he's moving out, having now been brought completely under control by Mallory.
You're 17.
Not anymore.
He hasn't been 17 for a while. Lorna has a nightmare that I'm pretty sure is an even more direct reference to Don't Look Under the Bed, with Mallory boogeymanning up to her and attempting to strangle her. Mark is all like, finally, sex, that's what this has all been for, when Mallory invites him into her house. Oh yeah, apparently before this, they went to his biological dad's house, even though everyone forgot about this plot thread in the beginning, only for his dad to disown him again.
Mark's not here.
What?
I told him to go back to you.
Justin, he is your son.
Don't call again.
Anyway, Mallory lures him upstairs only to reveal to him the couple she murdered and knocks him out. Lorna is sabotaged at her new book pitch because apparently someone deleted the book off of her laptop, and the only other copy is at home because she didn't make a backup, and this is apparently 2005. Her publicist had it on her laptop in that earlier scene. What did she do with it? Delete it? She should have had the backup. I don't know, I think I'm giving the movie too much credit. Alright, so Lorna confronts Mallory, who's also at the publishing office, because of course she's a stalker and they have it out. Eventually, Lorna discovers that the murder-suicide at the beginning of the movie involved Mallory's parents, so she decided to get her revenge on Lorna, because she was the author of the book that got her mom killed, by dating her son and ruining her life or something. Also, she's photoshopped into the family photo, so they probably didn't love her that much. Mark wakes up tied to a chair, and Mallory is wearing her mom's wedding dress, and Lorna shows up and they throw down. Eventually, she shoots Mallory with her own gun. She tries to frantically untie Mark from the chair, I'm pretty sure even breaking one of his fingers, oh my god. Meanwhile, Mallory stands up and Mark doesn't say anything even though he's looking in that direction, priming her for another attack until... Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out! Harry returned the favor and knocked her out cold with his own baseball bat. The guy came prepared. Stepdad of the Year award. Nice work. They have this weird, off-putting moment outside, like a Disney Channel funny family thing, chuckling with each other like they weren't just almost killed by a daughter seeking revenge.
Oh, and you call me Dad. Whatever.
Ugh, I hate Mark. As with any Disney Channel original murder movie, Lorna publishes her new book. Mark and Bridget are back together and it all ends and wraps up with a dance number as the parents profess their love through a platonic low five. And that's Pretty Little Stalker. It's lunacy, it's bad, but it's super fun, so I'd recommend watching it because I watch everything. It's streaming now on Netflix, but if you feel like earning your suffering, you can rent it for 99 cents on Prime. Not even a full dollar without tax. This was Pretty Little Stalker, and someone made this on purpose.